All right, Loren Gray has become one of the most famous TikToker creators and considered by many to be a pioneer of the current social media platforms. She remains in the top 20 list of the most followers on TikTok, even standing atop at #1 at some point. And she's also a very talented pop singer. And she's here to share her wisdom on social media at the Collision Conference in Toronto.
Yeah, so Loren joins us live from the floor of the Tech Summit. Loren, really impressive resume for a 22-year-old. It's quite remarkable. You've built your own brand. A lot of people your age, maybe a little younger, a little older, are trying to do that. What made you special, or how did you accomplish this? Because so many people have a goal of doing it. How did you do it?
Oh my gosh, well, thank you so much. That was quite the intro. I started social media when I was 13 by complete accident. So I was uploading videos accidentally, and they were going viral on TikTok before, when it was Musical.ly, and I was consistent. And I feel like the biggest thing with social media is authenticity and consistency. If you have those two things and you stick to your guns, eventually something really great could come out of it. So that was sort of my story, and in tandem with having a really great connection with my audience and growing up alongside them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear that a lot from a lot of social media creators. It's that consistency. It's that going back again and again, even if 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 videos fail, you just kind of have to keep throwing things at it. But Loren, you've got 51 or 52 million followers on TikTok, 22 million on Insta, and 3 million on YouTube. I mean, the numbers are staggering. I don't even think some TV stations reach those numbers at all, or shows. So at what point, when you were racking up these followers, did you say, this is getting a little bigger than I can handle myself? When did you need to bring in a team? And what does your team look like today? Do you run like a small company and a small empire of people that you hire?
Yeah, so I have a digital marketing agency called CrowdSurf that manages me, as well as agencies and a ton of people that surround me and protect me, and also bring things in and keep bad things out. But the first time that things really got serious, I did a meet and greet in London, and I just posted about it on my socials, and thousands of people showed up to Leicester Square and shut it down.
Wow.
And it turned out to be super unsafe, which was not what I was expecting, but to see those numbers in person really put things into perspective. And yeah, it was, I would say that was one of the first moments where I was like, okay, I think we need some people to sort of harness this and keep it under control.
Yeah, it's a wild story, Loren. I was reading all about you last night. It's fascinating as well. I wonder when you made the transition, not transition, because it seems like you're not moving away from one thing to do another, but the music side of things here. You're writing some hits. You're making some great collaborations here. How did that part of it all fit into your brand?
Yeah, so I was actually writing poetry growing up, and when I moved to LA, I was surrounded by incredible music and incredible musicians, and I wasn't a good singer at all, but I put all of the money I was making into vocal lessons because I really wanted to learn how to write music and how to perform. So I spent a lot of my early teens working on that until I eventually signed a record deal. That ended up not being for me, and now I'm working independently as an artist, and I just released my debut project last year.
Okay, congratulations on that. We're, of course, looking at the video that you collaborated on called Breadcrumbs, which is a great concept. I feel like there's, definitely a lot of genuinity in your music and your lyrics. Loren, I got to ask you, at the tech conference, you're at Collision right now. How many chats will you be doing, and what's the vibe like in terms of, people going up to you saying, oh, hey, Loren, you're there? Is there a lot of fanfare?
Yeah, so yesterday I did a really awesome scholarship session with college students. It was Q&A style, where they could ask me questions and I would answer them as it pertains to social media and marketing and branding, and of course, music. They were super great, had super great questions. Some of them were fans, which was awesome. I got to meet a bunch of people. I have a few talks. I was on center stage yesterday with some really awesome people, CEOs, which I am not, but it was really cool to be sat up there with them. And tomorrow I have a few chats on a few different stages, so everything's been really great.
Loren, do you really believe that anybody can be a success when it comes to social media? And what does it really take? Because you've clearly worked hard at this. This isn't just something that you fluked into.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me has always been making sure that there's a purpose. When I started social media, I wasn't trying to build a business. I was 13 in my room with no friends, and I was looking for community, and I was looking for connection. And I found that and was able to build a business off the back of it. But I feel like you have to have that initial sense of purpose that, draws people in and makes people want to stay and makes people invested in you as a person and as a brand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what is your story? And the story for you continues, Loren. You're going to be on a Netflix show called Incoming. So we'll watch you on the screen. You're going to be a triple threat pretty much. So can't wait to see more. You're only 22 years old. Loren Gray, have the best time in Toronto. Thanks for speaking with us this morning. Take care.